I Tweako mix this, It sounds cold.
Yo, what you saying? Welcome to Real Talk Sports Podcast. Obviously, I'm here with my boy Connor. What you saying?
I'm good, man.
Yeah, we're going to be here every week reviewing fixtures from the week before and the fixtures coming up. Obviously, we all talk about football on Twitter, Instagram, all of that. We're just trying to bring the TL to YouTube. Obviously, we've all had enough of like the Ian Holloways, the Michael Owens chatting the most about football and not having a clue. So obviously I thought, let's bring it to YouTube and let you guys have your say as well as us. Interact with us, send us questions. We're going to have segments for all you guys. So obviously we're going to get straight into it and we're going to be talking about the England squad. Obviously this is a long subject. We could talk about this for time.
Where do you want to start?
I've kind of had enough of it, to be fair, because obviously we're not good enough anyway. But obviously there's always going to be major talking points when it comes to England.
Well, yeah, I've said this to you. If you look at it, you can see it right now. It's so top heavy, that team. It's so top heavy. You've got Rashford in there. You've got Kane in there. Sancho, Sterling. So you play 3 out of them, and you look at that in terms of against any other team. You think fair enough. You then go down to the midfield and defence, and that's when it gets a bit long. I mean, look at it. So you got James Maddison in there for the first time, fair enough. You got Oxlade-Chamberlain in there. How many games he played this season? How many minutes he played this season?
A few camera appearances, I think.
Yeah. Then Ross Barkley. I mean, he played against us when we battered him 4-0. Other than that, has he played since? No. Harry Winks. I mean, it's a stretch. It's a stretch.
That's why I've kind of had enough, to be fair. Like, I only really care about the players, like, individually, like, how they're going to take it. For example, Kyle Walker, what has he done to be omitted from that squad?
But it's Southgate, isn't it? Southgate always wants to go with youth. And you think Aaron Wan-Bissaka's just joined Man United. But again, with the England squad, I'm guilty of it. Everyone's guilty of it. When you watch them in qualifiers like this or friendlies, you only ever want your players that play for your club to play well.
Who the friendlies against?
Oh, I don't even know. I have no idea. I'm pretty sure it's qualifiers against Bulgaria and Kosovo. So it don't matter who's playing. It literally don't matter. And then what? Okay, so it's the what? Euros. It's summer, isn't it? Euros.
Yeah.
So out of this squad, how many do you really think are gonna, challenge? Because if you've got to come back for it, you've got Stones to come back. Who else are we talking about? They've got to come back. Dele Alli again. Don't rate him, so I don't care.
What? Duh.
Forget about him as well. Again, that's what John Stones really the only one that's going to get in there and play, maybe, or Dele Alli, because obviously Southgate loves him for some reason. But I don't know. But
to be fair, they saying the squad's never going to be good enough, is it? For example, the World Cup last year, that was our best opportunity to ever win anything as England, as a nation. And what did? We got out to Mandzukic-Chenko, a 33-year-old Luka Modric. He'd played back-to-back 120 minutes. If we can't beat that, then I don't know.
And then don't forget about that Belgium loss where we got slapped.
Oh,
no one remembers that. But
in our third place playoff, I don't even think I watched that.
I didn't either.
But to be honest, I don't even want to talk about football that year. It was all about wireless. Wireless popped. Shout out the Canterbury man. It was decent.
Right, anyway, looking at this England team, starting 11, what are you going for then?
Obviously, we've got to talk about formation first. I'm thinking 4-3-3.
4-3-3, yeah. You've got to get strikers in, so you have to go 4-3-3. Forget about the rest, but...
Alright, we've got the goalkeepers.
The goalkeepers, yeah. Let's look at 3 of the best Premier League goalkeepers here.
We've got Tom Heaton, Jordan Pickford, and Nick Pope.
Deep that's Burnley, Everton, and Aston Villa.
That's a sticky one still.
Yeah.
But obviously...
It's got to be Jordan Pickford.
The England number 1 is Jordan Pickford.
Best of the bad bunch, really, yeah.
So, I think this is one of the toughest positions. A right back.
Toughest? Your boy?
No, obviously, I know what it is. I'm talking about opinions around that I've been seeing on the TL. Some people saying Trent, others saying Wan-Bissaka. Obviously, even the Spanish lot will be saying Kieran Trippier.
I mean, yeah, but even as a Man United fan, I couldn't say Wan-Bissaka. I couldn't. Not now. 3 games in, no.
It's true.
You got a Champions League winner playing right back. What do you expect?
Obviously, We've got the techie right back, Trent. So we're going for Trent at right back.
The techie right back.
He's got text what? He's got more text than what? Scott McTominay that plays centre mid for United.
Don't talk about Man United yet. We ain't got to that yet.
Alright, cool.
So then, centre backs. This is another sticky one.
I think
it's obviously got to be big slabhead. Harry Maguire. It's got to be one of them.
Yeah, Harry Maguire gets straight in there.
See, and then again, who are we picking? Because it's either a Tyrone Mings, Michael Keane, or Joe Gomez. For this one anyway, because obviously Stones isn't in it. But
yeah,
again, there's only one choice there, really. Surely.
Yeah, we'll go Joe Gomez. Joe Gomez.
Then left back. Who is in? Is it only even Danny Rose? Oh, and Ben Chilwell. Yeah. Was thinking.
Oh, Chilwell. You know what? I like the football Leicester have been playing this season, and I think Chilwell's got confidence.
I'd go Chilwell all day. No, not Danny
Chilwell
Rose.
over Danny Rose?
Yeah, all day.
And you know, Gareth Southgate's trying to make a young squad as well. So let's go Chilwell. So our back four is Trent, Joe Gomez, Harry Maguire, and Chilwell.
Harry Maguire for captain as well, just saying.
Now we're going for the centre mids.
Alright, yeah. Well, alright, so no. Okay, so this is another thing with the midfield. You look at it, what are you playing in there? Are you playing two sitters and one in front, or are you playing one sitter, two in front, or are you just playing no sitter and we'll go? Because I saw something online saying that the best midfield would be Jordan Henderson, Oxlade-Chamberlain, and Maddison. Then I'm guessing that Henderson's then the sitter, and you've got Oxlade-Chamberlain and Maddison either side.
But I'm thinking, because we're playing Bulgaria and Kosovo,
that's exactly what I was
we can get away with playing a Jordan Henderson sitting.
We could get away with playing none of them, to be honest. But
so we're going for Jordan Henderson sitting?
Declan Rice for me.
Declan Rice.
All day, yeah. I'd play Henderson on one side. Because, again, who's the attacking midfielders in there? You're going to play Ross Barkley.
Yeah, it's true. No, we go Declan Rice sitting. That makes sense. Jordan Henderson, one of the two ahead of him.
Yeah.
And then the other one is a toss-up between Maddison, Ross Barkley.
Is that even a toss-up?
Yeah, I say Maddison and Ross Barkley, but obviously, like I said, I'm enjoying seeing Leicester do bits this season. So I'll go Maddison.
Yeah.
So midfield three of Declan Rice, Henderson and Maddison.
Okay, now the forwards though, because I know this is the thing. You're going to put Kane in it, yeah? You're going to put Kane in it?
Yeah.
I'd put Rashford.
Kane ahead of Rashford? But Kane's our England captain.
Yeah, I know, and I get it. I get that he scores all the goals and this and that, but again, does he really generate in terms of the build-up play?
Like, for example, yeah, when people were saying that Tottenham shouldn't have started Harry Kane in the Champions League final, it's Harry Kane. You've got to start him.
Yeah, but what did he do? Again, alright, and then look at this season. So you've got Tottenham. Harry Kane, scored 2 goals, but when Eriksen come on, against Newcastle, when they didn't have nothing behind him, Dele Alli's wasn't even, he ain't really, he doesn't create much, but Eriksen specifically.
Kane, though, it's Harry Kane.
But unless he's getting chances, what does he offer? And I get he'll get chances in this game, but I'm talking going forward in terms of, say you play Spain, imagine the counter-attack, Raheem Sterling, Jadon Sancho, Marcus Rashford. Imagine it.
Yeah, but you're saying that though, is Rashford really doing bits for United like that?
I just don't rate Harry Kane that much.
I
do, but I don't. I do, but
I
I
know
don't.
what you're saying. It's one of them.
It frustrates me because at the same time he can score 25 league goals, and at the same time you look back at it and think, he ain't a baller, is he?
To be fair though, I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of seeing that kind of thing from Raheem Sterling. If he's not scoring, what's he doing?
Yeah,
and for this England
that
team,
back post run. It's all about that back post run.
And for this England team, I feel like you need to be involved with the build-up.
But you say that, but are we really a tick-attacker team?
To be fair, what are we?
Yeah, but that's the whole problem. What are we? So you see the World Cup, we played 3 at the back, and the whole thing was the wing backs, and now it's changed back to a back 4, and it's all about pressing.
It's all trial and error with England. To be fair.
Yeah,
a lot of it's error.
Yeah, it's all trial and all error, no winning.
So front 3, what are we saying then?
I'll go Harry Kane. Yeah, I'll go Harry Kane.
Harry Kane. Who's the 2 supporting him up there?
Sancho, Sterling, surely.
So Rashford on the bench, yeah.
Rashford on the bench and Jesse Lingard, go home. Go home.
Jesse Lingard, yeah. You know, I don't want to talk too much about Jesse Lingard.
As a Man United fan, go home. And by home, I don't mean Manchester. Please don't come back.
Because Lingard, yeah, is a special kind of footballer. I don't know what...
what kind of special are you talking about?
I'm talking about... He just seems to get favoured everywhere. Watch him starting this front 3. Imagine.
I can see him starting him in the field, to be fair, actually. Instead of Jordan,
James Maddison.
maybe.
Yeah,
Maybe.
That'd be a shocker. But obviously, so our team is Pickford, Trent,
Yeah.
Joe Gomez, Harry Maguire, Ben Chilwell, Declan Rice.
Maguire for captain.
Slamming. Declan Rice, Jordan Henderson, James Maddison, front three of Jadon Sancho, Sterling, and Harry Kane.
And it'll still be a boring 2-0 win. So don't bother watching it.
It is what it is, isn't it? These international breaks are jarring, man. So jarring.
Especially during the start of the season, you get hyped for the Premier League. 4 games in, they're off for a week. Then it happened again 4 weeks later, and it's the same thing.
And you get injuries and that. You know what? These international breaks. You know what? Let's just come off this topic.
Yeah.
Let's move on. We had enough of England. So let's talk about the Champions League draws just happened. Obviously,
I ain't too worried about Champions League because
obviously he's a Man United fan.
It's all about Europa, isn't it?
Yeah, bit sticky one for him still. Obviously, Liverpool in it, Tottenham, Chelsea, City. Shock, Man City got an easy group. Absolute joke.
Still got to travel to Ukraine though. No one wants to do that.
But with their squad, does it really matter? They're travelling to Ukraine.
No, to be fair, you're right.
It doesn't matter whatsoever.
You can't get these groups up.
Yeah, let me get these groups up real quick. So obviously, the group of death. So what's the best group you saying?
Barcelona won.
Yeah.
Even though they'll win it, but
Barcelona, Dortmund, Inter, Slavia, Praha.
I mean, yeah, forget about them.
I bet Messi's sitting there like, I've got to do this all again.
Or to get knocked out in the semi-final by Liverpool again because his team is non-existent.
Yeah, they don't really help him much, do they? Obviously, Group A's not bad. You've got Paris Saint-Germain, Real Madrid, Club Brugge, Galatasaray.
Yeah, well, again, that's just a toss-up between Real Madrid and Paris Saint-Germain. Other than that, they'll win every other game in that group.
Yeah, it gives us good games to watch though. Obviously, Paris Saint-Germain, Real Madrid.
Yeah, especially when your team don't play, so you don't have to choose between them.
Yeah, Thursday night football for them lot. Obviously, me being a Liverpool fan, we've got Napoli, Salzburg, and Genk. Light work. We're going to defend the trophy. No problem.
But what about the Premier League? Oh dear.
Premier League, obviously, is a toss-up between.
Okay, no, all right. As a Liverpool fan,
yeah, what are you saying?
What would you rather win? What would you rather win? If you even tell me Champions League, you're lying.
Look, yeah.
I reckon I reckon you ask any other fan in the world, they'd probably say Champions League. But you're the only club that just hasn't won it. Was it 28 now?
It doesn't matter. We won it before it was called the Premier League. So all these people that say Liverpool never won the league, yeah, football existed before what? 1990. So it's calm.
Yeah, but you didn't. You've never seen your team win the league.
Soon come. Obviously, Pep's not going to be at City.
Yeah, neither's Klopp though.
Before Klopp leaves, we'll win a Premier League title. Not a problem.
Tenner.
Got the first bet on Real Talk Sports podcast, obviously.
That's the first one you'll be losing.
Oh, yeah. It's cool. Anyway, let's get back to Champions League.
Yeah.
Back to Champions League.
Let's talk about his lot. Let's talk about H's lot, Chelsea.
Obviously, our cameraman's called Harry. What are you saying?
Yo, good, bro.
You good?
Yeah.
Nice to see Chelsea back in the Champions League, yeah.
Not for long.
You got a decent group, to be fair, Chelsea. You got Ajax, Valencia, what's that, Lille?
Yeah, Lille. Light work for any proper team, but I say proper team, so you're going out. We'll see you in Europa in January.
Yeah, because Chelsea have a kind of... Because obviously Chelsea's lineup right now, that is a lineup they would play in the Europa League.
Yeah, it is.
Like the Tammy Abrahams
I agree.
and all that.
Yeah. It's like the youth ones that ain't quite first team.
Yeah. Well, obviously they're in the first team now, so they've got to play. But the group's been kind to them still. It's been kind. Obviously, there's always one terrible group. Always one. And what have we got in this group? Zenit and Benfica, who were in pot 1 and pot 2. I don't know how.
Yeah, neither.
And then the rest making up that group, Lyon and Leipzig. Obviously, that's a group to stay away from if you're not from supporting any of these clubs, innit?
No one's going to be watching that.
Yeah. Okay, who do you think is going to be the Champions League winner? Because obviously this group stage stuff is all relevant because teams that go through really pick themselves.
See, it's the thing, I don't like saying it, but it's gonna be either City or Liverpool, I think, again, because I think Barcelona, they're so top heavy that I said this to you earlier, actually. I probably favour you over City because City they aren't a two-leg team. You see teams, they go away in the away leg and they shot up shop. They're like, you hear it all the time. It's get an away goal, we'll take it back to our home ground.
Yeah.
Liverpool are the masters at that because obviously Anfield. So you go away. It was against Bayern Munich even because it was reversed. You drew 0-0 and then it's like, oh, Liverpool, what are they going to do? And then you just sat back and counter-attacked. So it didn't really matter which way the tie went. You always looked like you were going to win because you either have that counter-attack that you can play or you just go and press teams to their penalty box and just suffocate them.
That's the thing about Pep, though. He always wants to be in control. And in Champions League, you can't be in control.
No, not all the time. That's what I'm saying. So even if they get quarters, semis, and they've got to go away to Liverpool, they've got to go away to Barcelona, Real Madrid, he's not going to switch up his style. He just won't. He can't do it. You remember when he was at Bayern Munich and he started playing... Man-to-man marking this. Messi, Neymar, Suarez. Absolutely putting Lahm and Alaba in midfield. Just trying...
Yeah, I know. Sometimes Pep tries to do too much still. And
I wish he'd come and do too much at Man United.
And I think sometimes Champions League, it's just about keeping it simple, having a game plan and executing it, to be honest. But I see us going far again. But in a way, yeah, I want City to go far because I know Pep. Pep hasn't won Champions League since...
Oh, when it's even their club. Their club is hungry for it. That's the only thing they ever won. It's the only thing
that whole squad is just built to win Champions League, innit?
But it might have been built in terms of paying it, but is it built in the fact that none of them have done it before?
Yeah, it's true.
There's no Champions League winners that have been there, done
Isn't it mad how David Silva and Aguero and that...
They've always been at City and they've never gone far. That's the problem. What was it? The semi-final they reached against Real Madrid and they got knocked out?
Yeah.
It's the furthest they've been and that was Pellegrini era.
That was Pellegrini, yeah. That's time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And it becomes, like for Liverpool, once you start not winning something for a while, people start talking.
Yeah,
and once people start talking, it gets in the players' head and they're thinking, can we?
Because I'm sure, I think, obviously it's David Silva's last season.
Yep.
Aguero most likely his last season as well. These sort of players are going to want to win Champions League. Like Vincent Kompany obviously left, didn't win Champions League. That must be something that's...
But then again, you think last season, Tottenham, and you think scoring that last minute goal and having it chalked off, some of them have got to be thinking this just ain't meant to be.
Yeah, it's not meant to be still. For example, Gerrard slip. Sometimes you just think it's not meant to be. Like.
And it's them seeds that get planted in people's heads that as soon as one thing goes wrong, then it's just not us. This ain't for us.
It's true. But obviously our favourites, it's got to be Liverpool again to go and do it again. Wow. But that'll be the third time in a row Champions League final.
Yeah, but you say Real Madrid did it and they won it 3 times in a row.
Yeah, but we'll see, innit? We'll see.
I don't really see them going far, to be honest. Their team's a bit of a joke right now.
You see any dark horses for Champions League?
Atletico. Yeah.
They look good, innit?
Yeah.
That João Felix.
Yeah.
Certified baller.
Yeah, baller.
How old is he?
19.
19.
Younger than us. And we're sitting there doing this. And
I'm here talking about João Felix.
Yeah.
Anyway, if you want to come on store. Yeah. PSG, they're another club just like City.
Depends what happens with Neymar, really, doesn't it?
Yeah, they're obsessed with Champions League football.
But then again, I don't even know if it's a benefit or a drawback to even letting him go or keeping him. Because if he keeps him, is he going to play? Or is he just going to be a bad egg?
Because he has to face those fans again, innit?
Oh, yeah. I mean, and they're ultras. They're something else. He's lucky if he gets out of the stadium alive.
I wouldn't want to be Neymar. Hopefully for him.
I mean, I would want to be Neymar, but...
Oh, yeah.
No, I would want to be Neymar.
Yeah, I would want to be Neymar.
I don't think I care about a few ultras if I had that money.
But for him, hopefully the Barcelona move goes through, innit? And that's going to make them strong favourites as well. Obviously, Ronaldo doesn't want to leave Champions League alone. He wants to win it. Bayern, I really like Bayern this season. Obviously, they've got my guy, the little magician.
Yeah,
Coutinho. Still got love for him. They still got him. Well, they've just got him. And they added, what's his name? Perisic.
I don't even see them winning their domestic league, let alone Champions League.
You think Dortmund are going to win the league?
Well, last year it was close, and you see what Bayern Munich have they really? I mean, yeah, Robben and Ribery were out, but Perisic, you're really talking about Perisic as a replacement for one of them two. Yeah, granted, they didn't play that much last year, but
no, even an option off the bench still.
I said to you for time, Coutinho, he's not one or the other. He's not a free in the midfield kind of guy, and he ain't He ain't got the output to be a free in the attack kind of guy. He's one of them in between guys that.
Now look here, Coutinho is anything he wants to be. Barcelona just did him dirty. Like, playing with Messi is hard. If you're a playmaker, you like to get goals as well. Playing with Messi is hard. Obviously, if you look back at the players that play with Messi, they've all had to strip back their talents to accommodate Messi.
Suarez?
You got to, yeah, but Suarez, he's a goal scorer. He just does his thing. Coutinho likes to play, make, and get goals. But you can't do both when you're playing with Messi, and that's what Coutinho is about. So obviously, it got a bit sticky at Barca, but I don't even know where he fits in at Bayern as well. To be fair,
But that's exactly what I'm saying. I haven't really watched them much this season, but there was always the two wingers. That's what they've always played. They've always played two wingers. He's going to be one of them, because you think of Ribery and Robben, they were both direct. He is not that kind of guy. He's always going to want to cut in. Perisic, yeah, granted, he's one of them out and out wingers, but does he play in a free in the midfield? But then again,
Bayern have got a lot of midfielders as well, innit?
well, yeah, but often I've heard of, but never seen them play, and never heard of them being any good. Tolisso,
Goretzka. Yeah.
But they're all names you hear of. But
Yeah.
have you ever watched them and thought he's a player?
Yeah.
No, you haven't.
To be honest, probably the best midfielder they've got, Kimmich, is
And
playing
he
right back.
yeah, but again, it's little mini Lam, isn't it?
Yeah, it's true.
Lam reincarnated.
Yeah, that's their guy still. So
Lewandowski signed a new contract as well today.
oh, is it?
Yeah, going even darker, going even greyer.
But he scored I think he banged a hat trick the other day. Lewandowski.
Yeah, against who?
Yeah.
Yeah, against
We'll talk
who?
about that.
Yeah.
But obviously, Lewandowski's guaranteed to get goals.
In their domestic league,
Certified baller.
but in the Champions League against top level,
You know,
I don't see them. I don't see them challenging.
we haven't even talked about Real Madrid, you know.
Well, that's what I said. I don't really. They're too much of a transition team at the moment, and they've thrown a lot of money out this summer. But in pre-season, they looked awful. And not pre-season, but
To be honest, these things you can't really predict them because obviously Ajax and Tottenham
last year, exactly.
going to semi-finals, so you never know. Maybe even Inter with your boy
No
Lukaku.
chance. Yeah, okay. It'd be chasing his first touch for the whole fucking.
Nah, but obviously, I don't know, because even with Liverpool, the Champions League takes a lot out of you. I kind of want City to like.
Yeah, but then you say that this is the whole point, is that you have 13, 14 squad players that could play. City have 22.
Yeah,
It's true what Jose said, that their B team could win the league.
Yeah.
And their B team would walk into our team.
Oh yeah, what did
some of
Mourinho say? The title challengers are Man City,
Liverpool,
Tottenham,
and Man
Man
City's
City's B team.
It is true, because you look at the players they sit on their bench, and then I look at our bench. We've got 17-year-old kids sitting on there.
Yeah, it's a bit mad, but
It is what it is, isn't it?
yeah,
We'll win the league next season. Don't worry.
Who? United.
Yep.
Anyway,
Jadon Sancho 2020. Trust me.
no, not Sancho 2020 still.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not. Obviously, Manchester United. Then let's move on to them. If you want to talk about them so bad.
I don't really.
What's happened? You know what? Yeah, I saw a video on Twitter.
I ain't got nothing to say.
I saw a video on Twitter when it was showing the optimism. Yeah, when Solskjaer first got the job. Yeah, and before it,
Optimism.
there was.
Mm.
Wait, so are you telling me you guys weren't buzzing when he got the job?
When he got the job.
When he got the job.
Are you talking interim when he got the job?
Yeah, interim when he got the job.
No one was buzzing then.
You weren't buzzing.
We just got slapped at your place. 3-1.
They were buzzing. They were all saying Ollie's at the wheel. Yeah, let's get Ollie.
They still are saying Ollie's at the wheel, but it ain't. The ship's sinking.
Yeah, it's shocking to be fair.
It was always going to take time. They're always going to take time. You think, I've said this to you before, and it will get me so annoyed even talking about it, but people say, yeah, we spent the most money this season again, but you now look at the team, they signed 3 players. Sanchez is gone now, they're talking about Smalling going now. Lukaku's already gone. Fellaini and Herrera already previously went. You've now got midfield options that revolve around McTominay, Pereira, Matic, and who else? Okay, Pogba. But again, you've got 4 there. There isn't anyone else.
That squad, it's just had too many managers.
And then you go to the creative side of the team, and who can play number 10? Jesse Lingard and Wayne. I mean, there is 0 goals anywhere.
What's that stat about Jesse Lingard?
Yeah, 1 goal since 2019. No assists either. So he's the most uncreative midfielder I've ever seen, and he gets in the team because it's Passion FC, Brexit FC.
Hey, what was James' celebration at 1-1?
Yeah, don't forget.
Giving it all the bigger yeah.
Yeah, and then look what happened after.
Yeah, maybe if you celebrated a little bit longer, you would have got a draw in it. He's quiet.
I don't want to talk. I told you. I'll leave this for another day because the Glazers are getting it at some point. Trust me, the Glazers are getting it. Maybe even after this weekend, because I can see this being a 2-0 after 30 minutes job, to be honest.
Who've United got?
Southampton away.
Ooh, that's a sticky one.
No, you say it's a sticky one. It's a sticky one for Man United. It's not a sticky one for. It's not a sticky one for you. You went and won there. It's not.
Danny Ings obviously missed the chance. Love that.
Yeah, but again, it's not a sticky one for City.
Yeah.
But any away ground we go to these days, if we draw, it's like ain't a bad.
It's like Football Manager, isn't it? Every time you go away, you're like
your bum goes every single time, and that's like that's like. But even then, I'm saying this about away games. Our home record. 3 in the last 15 Premier League games we've won. 3 in the last 15. That's relegation form.
That's terrible.
3 in the last.
Tottenham as well, innit? They've had a bad run of fixtures. But obviously, we've got loads of Arsenal fans on the TL. I know how much United fans and Arsenal fans love to banter each other.
I mean, we say that, but then we're the two banter clubs. I mean, they're high off their loss at the weekend, which says it all. To be honest, that you're high off a loss. But
did you see Ty? You see what Ty said?
No.
Ty was like, he was saying, Ty from Arsenal Fan TV, yeah.
Arsenal fans don't kill me.
He was like, at least he scored against Liverpool. Would we have scored against City? No, we wouldn't have. They celebrated scoring against us.
I was going to talk about Arsenal actually, because their fans go from loving, they're the most bipolar set of fans I have ever come across. I'm then saying that most fans are bipolar. One week you can be up, 1 week you can down, but they went from hating Emery to now loving him, or not loving him, but I think they should actually love him, because when you look at their team, the players they gas up the most are all the ones he brought in. Other than Aubameyang, Lacazette, you go through it. Guendouzi, they love him. He brought him 7 million for some unknown club. You then look at Pepe on the weekend. He's brought him in. Who else have they bought? Socrates, their best centre back last season. They all raved about him.
They were acting like he's better than Santi Cazorla.
Hated Czech, brought in Leno. They all love him. All of their signings from him have pretty much been flawless, to be honest. All of them play. Torreira, even though he ain't been playing, they all love him.
Yeah, and it's really the ones they complain about are really the
ones that
were
already there. Exactly that.
Like the Xhakas of this world and that.
And that, as a new manager, with the state they were in, he's had a year now, and you think they're much better off than what they were last year.
You know what I think? Yeah, I think Emery needs to trust that Arsenal are becoming like a good enough team.
The fans need to trust it, not him.
Yeah.
Because the fans are the ones that give the bad energy to players.
Nah, but still, like Emery, right, against Liverpool, I'm looking at it. If I see Lacazette, Pepe, and Aubameyang in that front three, I'm thinking, yeah,
we're scoring, but are we defending? Because then again, you've got Luis in the defence that's again up for debate.
But then but to shore it up a little bit, what did he do? Put Danny Ceballos and Joe Willock in central midfield?
Yeah.
That's not shoring it up much.
But at the same time, first half, I agree with what they were doing.
What, just let Robertson and Trent cross it?
What are you going to do at Anfield? What are you going to do?
There's not a lot you can do still.
Yeah, well, that will change soon. Don't worry. I'm telling you.
But for me, the teams that Liverpool struggle against, right, are the teams that have confidence to play in the right areas. For example, Norwich. They caused us problems, but they played in the right areas. Yeah, they did little bits at the back that they got caught, but when they were going down the channels, they caused us problems.
I see what you mean. People that don't play with fear. And you saw Norwich against Chelsea at the weekend. Yeah, they lost again, but they played decent stuff again.
Exactly. But what I'm thinking is...
But that's the thing with Norwich. They're banking on, okay, there's 14 teams in this league that we think if we go and play against them, we can win. Forget about the top six. I mean, I'm top six because we'll probably go to Carrow Road and get slapped. But them teams that go to Carrow Road, You're talking your Newcastles, Aston Villas, even teams like Everton, and
Yeah, they'll get beat still.
you could see it happening because they'll play, they'll want it more because you think if you're Everton player and you're down to Carrow Road on a 3:00 kickoff,
You don't
are you
fancy
gonna
it.
want it? Yeah,
You don't fancy
that's
it.
the thing with Everton though. Do they really ever want it?
Nah. That's
They're
why
one
you
of them
look at the beginning of every
One of them
season.
teams. They're just one of them teams that have spells. They're a spell team. They don't prolong it for a certain period because one week they want it, next week they don't.
But what I'm saying is, yeah, a lot of Arsenal fans were complaining about the tactics, about playing from the back, all this, all that. You know, it's inviting Liverpool on. But
They got success.
they got success from it.
Could have went 1-0 up.
Could have gone 1-0 up. Obviously, Adrian with Aubameyang. You know what? That's another thing.
I'm talking after that. Pepe on his right
Oh,
foot.
Pepe on his right foot.
That's something. They had a couple of chances.
Yeah, they had a couple of chances.
It weren't just like a lucky break. It was they had a game plan and it had limited success.
But what I'm thinking is, yeah, when they went 2-0 up, yeah, you've gone 2-0 up. Bad thing from David Luiz with the tug.
I don't know what he's doing.
The tug back, yeah. David Luiz has their moments. But at 2-0, they're still in the game, right? That's the time you bring in Lacazette.
They left it too late, I agree, yeah.
Left it too late because obviously Arsenal were in that game. Balls down the channels were still going to have problems with.
At the same time, though, it's one of them. Managers have it. They always say it. Mourinho was the master. It's like if you go 2-0 down, especially at Anfield.
Yeah.
Gary Neville was saying it. That is the place where you could collapse. So it goes 1-2-0, and all of a sudden it could get 3-4-5, and it could be embarrassing.
Yeah, it's true still.
So I probably agree with him waiting a 10-minute period because if he brings Lacazette on, they go 3 up top, and then they get absolutely exposed.
Yeah.
And then it goes 3-4-5.
Yeah, it's true.
Then the Arsenal fans right now are going to have a very different opinion on what... Because they've come away with that, basically that as a win.
Yeah.
They've seen it as, well, this is much better than last season, which you can do
Yeah,
in
I
a
guess
way.
so. And they could build on the performance. Like, it wasn't...
It's not one of them soul-destroying
It
ones.
wasn't a worse. Like, they've experienced worse at Anfield.
Yeah, they have.
But other games last week, obviously...
Let me just make a point about that. You talk about the penalty. VAR, oh my. VAR. I hate it.
I like it.
No, I hate
I like VAR.
Well, that's because you're Liverpool. You probably pay them.
Oh, my days.
You're talking... Let's go back to that penalty.
Yeah.
One on Luiz. He pulls him. It's a pen. It is a pen.
Yeah.
I don't agree that's not a pen. But then you go to our game and you see Martial basically getting molested. And then the referee's going, not a pen. What, not a pen because what he tried to score? People criticise people for going down. If he goes down there, he gets a pen all day long.
You know what, yeah? See,
And then the guy in that truck is too spineless to even correct him.
okay, basically, I went and looked at what VAR is, right? You see what it is? If a referee sees an incident, right, the people in the truck ask the ref, what did you see, right? So let's say the ref says, yeah, I saw a coming together. If the people in the VAR, right, see that what the ref says he saw is the same on the video, they don't intervene.
But that's stupid because it can be that's all down to the extent of which something's done. He can say that. Okay, so say for both them examples, the referee's both then gone to VAR. He's had his shirt pulled. If you're telling me they're both the same instance, they're not, because Martial's getting dragged to the floor. Salah's getting that. He's
basically what
him.
VAR is. Yeah, what they're saying is
They're saying clear and obvious. I get that, but when you're reviewing every single situation anyway, and they talk about it being clear and obvious, so that time isn't taken up the game, they're reviewing everyone anyway. So that penalty, the game stopped. But the one we didn't get, the game stopped, and they reviewed it. So time was already taken up.
You see what they're doing? They're doing that same thing that, you know, with the red card. If a referee sees it, they're not going to go back to it.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with VAR. So if the referee has seen like a kick, do you see the David Silva one when Lamina stamped in his foot?
No.
Oh mate, Stonewall penalty. But obviously the ref said that he's seen.
But that's
some sort of thing.
That can't be right.
I know
that can't be
VAR.
right.
There's a load of things that are wrong with it, but obviously they're good things.
Yeah.
with it.
Again, it's going to be one of them things though. Like the away goal rule in the Champions League is that if it goes for you,
Yeah, you
fans,
like
the fans in the corner are shouting VAR, VAR, VAR.
Yeah.
If it goes against you, it's get rid of it.
Yeah, it's bad.
But at the moment, it's just been all going against us. Because again, in that game, Stonewall red card. Cahill is pulling, last man, no one's covering. That's a clear shot on goal.
For me, yeah, all these things level themselves out. to be honest, across the season. So like you're gonna win some.
Yeah, well, we need to get a few decisions because we need all the up we can get.
United, never ending drama. But I think a bigger talking point is this handball thing.
Yeah. Again.
For me, again, I like it.
What? Because it's went for you because City got...
Not only because Man City dropped points.
I see all these Liverpool fans going, yeah, what a decision.
Okay,
no,
look,
not what a decision.
Did it not hit his hand?
Okay, and then reverse it. If that happens on the opposite side, someone that's not a penalty, how can it be, again, with VAR, how can it be that it enhances the defence rather than the attack? All you're ever doing then is just disregarding goal.
Nah, because what I don't like, right, for example, if a ball is going past the goal line, gets put across the goal line, is going off, and it accidentally hits someone's arm and goes in.
I agree. That should be disallowed.
Okay, no, but you can't say that. You can't say that should be disallowed. You've got to disallow the whole thing.
No.
An attacker can't use his arm to score a goal or assist a goal. You have to clear up the whole thing. You can't just go, oh, here.
But you can't have it. You can't have it either where it's, if it hits your hand, it's handball. Because all you're going to get then is just attacker going through, flipping up on defender and shouting handball.
Nah, but that's why, obviously on the defensive side, if it hits someone's arm, it needs to be like on purpose and action.
But it should be intentional handball throughout. It shouldn't be one rule for one and one rule for another.
No, it should be because it makes sense, right?
It makes sense when it helps Liverpool. Yeah, I get
that.
No,
I get that. Even, man. I rate this handball rule. FA, you're doing a good thing. Don't let haters like this put you down.
Keep trying to give Liverpool the head start they can get, because even if you give them a head start, they still won't catch up.
Oh my God! So look, what is this with Liverpool? It's not. It's a good rule, right? Attackers don't use your arm. Simple. Can you use your arms to play football? No. So don't use your arm to score a goal and assist one.
He didn't score a goal though, did he?
He assisted. Wait, if he didn't hit his arm,
it might still gone through to him.
It would not have. Jesus is going behind Jesus and he's losing his touch.
But again with City first week, VAR, they got a penalty, and Aguero misses that penalty because of encroachment. I'm pretty sure if you watch every single penalty, there's someone encroaching. There's the goalie off his line.
Yeah.
So does that mean that every missed penalty is going to be retaken because someone's running?
It's up to the FA, innit? I have trust in the FA.
No, I don't.
Why not?
Berry.
Wow. You really went there. Look, yeah, with the Berry situation.
We'll get to that later.
Yeah, get to that later. But obviously, rest in peace, Berry, innit?
I mean,
go support Man City, I'm saying. Start filling up their seats.
Yeah, don't go support Man United though. It's kind of the same way.
Man City need the supporters. Obviously, too many empty blue seats. Too many.
Yeah.
So should we look forward to next week's games?
Well, this week's game. Yeah, this week's games.
Yeah, the next fixtures.
With the early kickoff.
Southampton, Man United.
More disappointment.
Yeah.
Martial out. Shaw out.
So what's that? Ashley Young in and who in? But there's no one. But Mason Greenwood. Yeah, but I guarantee he doesn't play him. So therefore you're gonna get what? Lingard, Mata, Rashford. That'd be no one cares about United, man. Like you still get a win. You'll somehow win at Southampton.
No, don't think so.
No, you will. Not probably.
That's what I'm saying. Every game like that is pessimistic. It's you go into it and you think we could lose it.
Chelsea, Sheffield United.
I mean,
that's Chelsea's really, innit? H, what are you saying?
Easy win, mate. Easy win.
Easy win. Tammy Abraham, innit?
Of course.
It's good seeing Tammy Abraham and get a chance.
You know what Tammy Abraham's going to be? Stat padder. 100%.
Yeah, he's going to score against Aubameyang. Yeah. He's going to be on the Aubameyang team.
I mean, that is disrespectful to Aubameyang, but he's going to be one of them guys. 2 against Norwich last week. 2 against Sheffield United. He'll finish the season with 15 goals, and you'll have Paul Merson talking about, he should be in the England squad. But in reality, big games will go lost. But then saying that, big games, Chelsea will go lost.
Okay, who's going to score more goals then? Tammy Abraham or Rashford? This season in Premier League.
Are you for real?
I just asked a question.
Marcus Rashford all day long.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, if you say so.
Even if he's as clinical as Harry, but
I'm picking my guy, Tammy.
The stat paddle.
I'm picking him. Because Rashford's going to be off penalties as well. So that's what he scores.
I reckon they put him back on penalties.
You know what? You know what they should do? Put Lingard on penalties.
No.
Get his confidence up. Get Lingard on them.
No, you know you want to put on penalties? Martial, because he's a cold-blooded killer.
Oh no.
He's the best finisher at the club. Well, actually, no, that's a lie.
Yeah.
Mason Greenwood's the best finisher of the club, but that says it all that 17-year-old is.
Yeah.
Put him on pens.
Shock you're talking about Man United again, but no one cares about Man United. Irrelevant club. Irrelevant. At the top 4. In a bit.
And you're just about to move on to Crystal Palace for Aston Villa, and you're telling me that Man United are relevant.
Yeah, obviously, Palace are more relevant.
Yeah, okay.
They just beat you. Come on. So, Palace Villa, you can't really pick that one, to be fair. Because you know Palace, they'll beat you at home and then...
Well, they beat us at home and they got knocked out by who in the Carabao Cup? Colchester at home.
They played a decent squad as well. I was seeing heads like Andrews Townsend and them, man.
Yeah, Zaha was playing.
I saw Benteke and that.
Yourself.
I saw him. They went all out. When they lose on penalties.
Yeah.
Who missed? Townsend, I think. Yeah. You see Townsend stick up for...
You see James Maddison's penalty.
James Maddison.
Techers.
Is it?
Yeah,
he's got pure text.
It.
He's got pure text though. But, what's it? Yeah, I saw Andrew Townsend miss his penalty. It's a bit of a sticky one still. Because you see him backing up Ashley Young after he got ripped by Zaha.
Yeah,
That's what he gets.
What you get?
Look, yeah, the TO bantered Ashley Young for a reason. They don't come and try to protect him. That's what he gets. He missed a penalty against Colchester. Good for you, mate.
Still should win the Puskas though.
Oh yeah, that goal against City. Still didn't win us the league, but we move. Leicester Bournemouth. That'll be a good game, I think. That's a decent 3 o'clock kickoff.
Yeah, Bournemouth away from home though. They're almost like one of them teams where you just think, you remember, not quite to the level, but you remember when Tottenham before Pochettino and they were just a soft team.
Yeah, you enjoyed playing against them.
Yeah, they'd come to your home ground and you think, that's 3 points.
Yeah, that's 3 points.
They
don't turn up for away games. Home games, they're
to the extent that was pretty much what Arsenal were like when it got to the back end of Wenger. You thought they come to your home patch and you think, it's easy 3 points.
That's 3 points. Yeah, same with Bournemouth, to be honest.
Yeah, they're one of them teams. I mean, they're not to the level because they're obviously bottom half, but they're one of them teams where, well, even you don't really. I don't know where they get their points from. They're one of them teams where they stay up and you think they play nice football, but
they always beat the teams that they should beat.
Yeah, never really upsets it.
Yeah. Man City, Brighton. Yeah.
I mean, yeah. How many?
Sterling to score.
I mean, saying that Brighton started well this season, but still, how many? 4, 5.
Yeah. Is what it is. Newcastle, Watford. Wow.
Battle of the dog.
I would have said this is a 6-pointer already, but Newcastle
beat Tottenham.
Got a cheeky result against Tottenham. Obviously, Steve Bruce.
They went out in the Carabao Cup in the midweek.
I reckon Steve Bruce did that on purpose.
Them fans.
That's the thing. Okay, this is what I don't like. Yeah, I don't like when teams like Newcastle don't take cup competitions seriously. It's a chance for the fans to get nice away days at Wembley.
Like Newcastle though. Teams like they've been struggling ever since they come back up. But they're not a big team. Any people.
No, but that's what I mean. Even like teams like that are struggling in the league every year. Give your fans a day out. Let them have a little cup run.
Okay, but then the counter to that is Newcastle win their 3rd round tie, 4th round tie. They then got 5th round against Man City away. They're going out. So you got to the 5th round.
But let them
to get to Wembley. You got to win 3-4 games.
But sometimes dreams are better than the reality itself. Do you know what I mean? As a fan, you want to be able to dream, not just every day. I
think FA Cup, maybe Carabao Cup can go do one.
Yeah, that's true. Plus, City just play a strong team in it anyway.
Well, they can't not play a strong team, really, have they?
So next on the agenda, West Ham Norwich. You know what? West Ham are a funny one.
Yeah.
They're not really that good at home, are they?
I mean, they're not really that good in general, I don't think.
Yeah.
We got slapped 4-1 away, but...
Yeah, West Ham are very...
They spend a bit as well, so it is a weird one.
Yeah. But
they're always one of them teams guaranteed to finish 10th, 11th. One of them teams that just go out throughout the season. You don't really hear too much of them.
It'll be interesting to see how much play, to be fair.
They're one of the teams that should be begging out for a cup run.
West Ham?
Yeah, they're definitely one of the teams.
What's it? I was watching the BBC documentary on the owner's son, and saying how he got the women's team to their first FA Cup final and all that stuff. West Ham haven't really done much since.
No, since when the one that comes to mind is when you beat them.
Yeah, and I think that was like 2006.
It's 4th maybe.
Yeah,
something like that.
Since then, what? The most exciting thing that's happened to them is
Promotion.
They're a much bigger club than that. I think the
You
last...
think they've got 60,000 fans going to their stadium? 60,000 fans, they just bought a £45 million striker. Like.
To see the same things every week.
Pretty much, it's pretty much. And you think all that optimism, you buy a £45 million striker, you get City at home first game and get banged 5-0. All the optimism gone.
They got a good result last week, didn't they?
Away 3-1 to Watford.
Yeah, but it's Watford again, innit? Guaranteed a bad start, Watford. And last but not least, Burnley, Liverpool.
When you on Sunday?
Yeah, that's... Oh no,
Well,
that's
no, yeah,
the last game was Saturday.
Yeah, we still got...
Last game
yeah.
of Saturday is the Burnley Liverpool one. Ashley Barnes, look, right, I'm begging you. I don't know why you want to turn into Ronaldo all of a sudden, but just allow it for this weekend. I beg.
And
You can't even keep a clean sheet at the moment.
On the other hand, I beg you to turn into Prime Ronaldo, and also Phil Bardsley down the right flank. Please turn into Prime Gary Neville. Come on.
Prime Gary Neville, you know, but this is always a sticky game for Liverpool.
Yeah, but it's not.
Away at Burnley.
We talked about this earlier. You keep saying these games are sticky. You lost one game last season, and it's against City.
But
So all these
obviously, as a
teams,
fan,
all these teams, they're not a problem. They're one of them games where I'm praying I look at Sky Bet. When is it? Is it late kickoff?
Yeah.
I pray I look at Sky Bet and I see a 2-0 down, and it never happens. It's just disappointment.
You're not going to watch the game then?
I don't like watching you. It depresses me.
Oh, because we're so good in it. It happens. So obviously we're going to move on to...
It's all about cycles. We'll be back soon.
What games we got Sunday?
It's the big North London derby, isn't it?
Oh yes, how can I forget about that? North London derby.
North London derby.
This is a big one. Because usually what it is Tottenham are on the up.
They're away side. They're away as well.
Yeah, Tottenham are on the up. And there's always buzz about Tottenham and everything to learn about Arsenal. But it's kind of the other way around. Yeah.
Which actually might help them rather than not help them. Because they're going into the game off the back of a 1-0 defeat to Newcastle.
Yeah.
You hear about Pochettino not being happy. You hear all this stuff. And then again, you got Arsenal. Their fans are filled with optimism. They got all these new players that come in. And them fans are going to be expecting to go to that ground and they're expecting to turn over Tottenham. Paul Merson the other day, Paul Merson and Tim Sherwood talking about, obviously Tim Sherwood ex-Spurs, and he goes, I'm expecting a tough game, 2-1 though, 2-1 Spurs. Paul Merson comes on, he goes, Arsenal blow them away, 4-1.
But this is what happened last time. Do you remember Arsenal got that win at the back end of last season? Right?
They beat them 4-2, didn't it?
Yeah, beat them 4-2, and then they couldn't win after that. Tottenham just overtook them.
But then again, it seems like that's one of them games every year that Arsenal win.
Yeah,
Arsenal,
they love a win against Tottenham, innit?
At home, especially. It's normally like 1-1. It's like Tottenham will win their game at home, Arsenal will win their. It's like it's almost shaped upon before the start of the season.
I think North London will always be red, to be honest. Tottenham needed to win that Champions League. They needed to win it, but obviously they didn't. So
they've got this small window of opportunity because it don't matter how bad we are, and it don't matter how bad Chelsea are. Chelsea have got Abramovich. You think they ain't spending some serious dollar next summer? Of course that. And you think Man United are always going to be back. I ain't worried about being like you, where we just slip off for 27 years. I ain't worried about that. We'll be back. We'll be back within the next 5 years. Whereas Tottenham, I mean, not in my lifetime. They've never been good.
Tottenham are in a little bit of a sticky spot at the moment.
If Eriksen goes, it's all over for him. It is all over.
To be fair, Poch ain't happy at all.
Well, but you don't get to choose the players he buys. I wouldn't expect anything less.
But to be honest, yeah, with this thing about not choosing the players you buy and that, yeah, I kind of rate that system because managers aren't there for long.
Okay, but he is.
Yeah, that's true. So
And
after a while,
he's changed that club. Okay,
after a while, you need to start trusting the manager.
Yeah, what were they before him?
Okay, maybe Tottenham are scared that he's going to leave anytime soon.
Okay, yeah, and then I see that point because he probably will.
Yeah.
But if you've got that mindset, wouldn't you do everything to try and keep him? And if you're not going to give him the players he wants, then what reason are you giving him to stay? Especially because this is what I'm saying. If I was him, I'm gone. I'd go. I mean, not biased, but I'd go straight to Man United because you see it. They're never going to get to the level of City. They're never going to get to the level of you. There's always going to be that gap for the next 2 years, right? And he could spend the next 2 years at Spurs safely, but there could be that chance that it all goes wrong. and then he's out of a job, and then he ain't got that same appeal that he has now.
You know what I've clocked?
Right now, he's got that appeal. Right now, he's got that appeal where he could go to Real Madrid, go to Man United.
The English owners are stingy, bruv. Daniel Levy, Mike Ashley.
But let's not talk about stingy owners.
Oh, yeah.
There's the stingiest of them all. Some idiots.
There's some bad owners.
Yeah.
Very bad owners that put their club in a stick situation.
Berry.
This guy, man, leave Berry alone. Let them rest in peace. But yeah, like, what's it? Arsenal, obviously, they're coming out of it a little bit. Apparently, they had what, a 40 million transfer budget.
You say that, but they might have well have had a 45 million because at the same time they only paid 20 million up front for Pepe.
Yeah, it's true still.
Which again for them,
Arsenal did bits considering
they spent more than 45 million.
Yeah,
but then it come out after it was all some master plan to get players cheaper, which it probably worked.
Yeah, you gotta feel sorry for my guys are hard though. Another season that Palace.
No, I don't feel sorry for him at all.
You know what? You should feel sorry for him because you man did him dirty at United.
David Moyes did him dirty at Man United. Plus the guy had the wrong attitude.
Did he? What? Did you know him?
Did
you know Zaha?
Have you heard?
Hey, look, hey guys, the bad attitude thing.
No, but have you heard the story? Basically, we're on pre-season, and Van Gaal gave him all the day off. But he was like, it's a voluntary day off. If you want to come in, come in. Every single player come in apart from him.
Maybe he had things to do. What? Maybe he's March.
In America.
Yeah,
it was on the pre-season tour. And from that point, that's when he got ditched because it was like, well, you got the wrong mentality because you ain't come in every day.
He's a young kid, man. Like, allow him.
And yeah, he probably was. It probably was down it because he's probably now got his head down now and thought, I want to make... And a fair play is a different player now than what it was back then.
Yeah. But he's still at Palace. Like, I think he'll get his move in January or so. Actually, I'm not even sure.
I said this to you though. It ain't a problem. He's 26. He'll be 27 at the end of the summer. That's another year off his contract. The thing is, he only signed one a couple of years ago. He's got 4 years left on his contract. So you haven't got the... When you got 4... It's like Harry Maguire. He had 4 years left on his. When you're the player that wants to leave, when you've got that amount on your contract still left, you have no... You've got some amount of power. But at the same time, what? What are you going to do? Sit there for 4 years. If he sat there for 4 years and he was 30 years old, he wouldn't get his move. No, so if he just sits tight, plays this season, 27 years, 3 years left, Palace might go, fair enough, Will, if you've done us...
But where would he even go now?
Chelsea. They're going to be looking for wingers badly.
Oh yeah, big time. Hey Harry, how do you feel about Zaha at Chelsea?
Oh, that's calm. I'll take it.
I mean, you're asking him whether to take Zaha or Pedro or Willian.
Oh, Willian, Jesus. Willian's good, isn't he?
But obviously they're going to be in for someone. You see someone like Borussia Dortmund that Jadon Sancho will leave in the summer. Hopefully, come to United, please, Jadon. But he leaves. They're going to be looking for someone, and that's the type of... It's like that middle team, and it's like even Pepe said it before he joined Arsenal. He said before they joined him, he's like, I wanted that club in between the Barcelona and Real Madrid.
Pepe using Arsenal as a stepping stone. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I am.
That's deep, man. Why are you always going for Arsenal? This is what I don't understand yet. Why are Arsenal fans and Man United fans beefing?
I just praised them for about 5 minutes straight, saying that they're in the right direction and they're better than us.
Then you had to throw in there that Pepe is using them as a stepping stone.
I just gave them the ultimate compliment. They're better than us at the moment. And for me to admit that, it breaks my heart.
But it's not much to be better than United, is it really?
You need to relax because all the glory's gone into your head, and you just need to remember that
I'm humble.
You haven't had this glory for too long, and now it's starting to get into your head.
I'm always humble with it.
Just remember, you've never seen your team win the Premier League. You haven't been alive for it. You have to watch it on black and white TVs to go back to the last time.
Anywho, we're gonna move on.
Yep.
Is there any other Sunday games?
There's one, but no one cares. It's probably Everton actually, so no one cares.
Yeah, no one cares about Everton still. Yeah, I think it is Everton.
It probably is, isn't it?
Yeah,
they ain't playing.
It is.
Yeah.
I don't have a clue who they're playing.
Wolves.
Everton Wolves.
Oh, that's a decent game actually.
That's actually decent.
Everton are losing. Wait, who's home and who's away?
Everton home.
Okay.
Everton at home. Everton haven't won at home yet, I don't think.
On Everton, did you see Richarlison?
Oh, Richarlison giving it the Messi in front of Lincoln fans.
It wasn't even in front of Lincoln fans, but it's just the fact you were doing it at Lincoln. What you're doing it? They played their full strength team at a League One side, and they were going to penalties with 10 minutes.
See, maybe they're buzzing about a cup run. See, a team like Everton get a cup run.
That's another one that you'd expect them to, and he did. To be fair, he played the first team.
Yeah.
There was a couple in there, but other than that,
you see people shouting that what's it? Iwobi has scored before Pepe.
Oh my, that's another thing. Whoever's running them transfers at Arsenal, he needs to get his backside to Man United, because how we got 30 million for Iwobi when we're letting players go. Like, all right, Sanchez, fair enough, but we're basically paying him to go.
It's bad, isn't it?
You got Chris Smalling. That's the thing, that Chris Smalling's going for a $3 million loan fee. All these players are going to come back at the end of the season because they've done nothing for their loan clubs in the same situation. Only they're a year older and a year left on their less on their contract that we're going to get less money for. But Glazer's out.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Now we're going to move on to our segment that's called H, what's it called?
On the spot.
On the spot. Obviously, that's going to be like quick fire questions that our guy Harry is going to be shouting out at us, and we just got to answer it quick as you can. To be honest,
No explanation.
Yeah, no explanation. So if you want to discuss it with us, obviously be fast. Put it in the comments, DM us, things like that. But yeah,
Just don't cry.
yeah, don't cry. Like, obviously, there's going to be a few things you're not going to agree with, but yeah, just beef us in the comments. Alright, Harry, let's go.
Alright, first one. Arsenal Invincibles or the Man City team today?
Man City team of today.
Yep, same.
Alright, Bury or Bolton?
Very important, mad.
Well.
I go Bolton. JJ Kocha plays for them. Obviously, big up my Nigerian roots.
And I go Bolton as well because bye Berry.
Alright, who wins the league?
Liverpool.
You're a joker. Man City.
Alright, Klopp or Guardiola?
My guy Klopp.
You're a fool. Guardiola all day.
Alright, Kane or Aubameyang?
Harry Kane.
Harry Kane gets more goals.
Alright, Lacazette or Aubameyang?
I go Laka. I trust Laka.
And I go Lacazette again, works harder. Comes up in the big games.
But would you rather win the FA Cup and get relegated, or nothing but you stay up in the Premier League?
I'm picking winning the FA Cup and getting relegated. I just love the feeling of fans like winning the trophy.
I'm thinking about them owners. I want them peas. I'm staying up and forgetting about the FA
This
Cup.
guy, you're obsessed with owners, fam.
Because I want... Well, I ain't going to say the word, but...
Right, would you rather your manager buying players or the sporting director?
Sporting director.
Manager all day.
Sporting director, you employ him, he's going to be there for time. Managers just come and go, innit?
Pochettino's going to leave Spurs for the fact that he can't, and then they're going to go back to being a mid-table club.
Alright, Tom and Poch. The last question is Pochettino or Unai Emery?
I go Unai Emery. He's got the trophies to back it up. 11 trophies. In the Europa League, he did a job on us in the final. Look, he's a tactician in the big moments.
If I wanted one at Man United, I'm going Poch all day long.
Alright, that's the end of the quick fire questions.
On the spot.
On the spot.
Get it right.
Yeah, I'll say it. Obviously, so yeah, we've come to the end of our podcast for today. I appreciate it, all of you that made it to the end of this guy talking about Man United.
And Arsenal, apparently.
But obviously, make sure to like, comment and subscribe. Make sure to subscribe. Get your boys on it. Get your girls on it. Get your mum on it. Get your dad on it.
Get your dogs on it.
Get anyone on it that can subscribe. Obviously, if you can't subscribe, make a YouTube account and subscribe. Just support the things. But yeah, anything to say?
Glazers out.
Anyway, bless. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, cheers.
Something in the sun sound exotic. Yeah. Something in my pocket is a profit. Yeah. I had a lot of money, now you lost it.